Good morning. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora Machismo. It has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the fund of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you re-enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? There is nothing particularly interesting that I should bring to your attention as it relates to my protest. And as you know, when I have protested, and when I have updated you as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring to you something from the Word of the Most High God. Revelation chapter 13 have been a very exciting chapter, and I enjoyed bringing these messages to you. It is always a pleasure and delight to speak to you of the Word of the Most High God. And as the old saying goes, all good things must come to the end. This will be the last of Revelation chapter 13 we are going to deal with in this lesson. For the past week and a half, we have been dealing with the beast that came out of the sea, represented the Caucasians nation. But we are dealing with the beast that came out of the sea based on the actions of the beast that came out of the earth, which is the United States of America. Here we are seeing that America, the beast that came out of the earth, is doing all in its power to push the Caucasian agenda upon the entire world. And according to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, America will cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark of the beast in their right hands or on their foreheads. That no man will buy or sell except for those people that has the mark of the beast. And we know the mark of the beast is actually the mark of the Caucasians, because the Caucasians nation is the beast that America is trying to support, prop up, and get everyone to worship. We have also concluded that the mark of the beast is that one defining qualities in the Caucasians that separate them from the rest of the world, from the other nations of the world. And that one quality is the Caucasians has no soul. So here we see America is using all of its might, its power, and its resources to put the things in place to ensure that every member of every race or every nation in the world end up like the Caucasians, soulless creatures. Now, we told you that the first way you can get the mark of the beast is through homosexuality. And we show you the scriptural text to support this. We told you of the cultural context in which the Caucasians, especially the Romans, use homosexuality and how they use it, and how they dedicated an entire festival that is called Saturnalia to the practice of homosexuality. And I share with you the spiritual impact homosexuality have on individual and on individual. We use Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13 to clarify this. The second method in which you can get the mark of the beast is through an abortion. And we use Exodus chapter 21 verse 21 to 23 to show you that the scriptures speaks about the abortion of a child and the consequence for those people that cause the abortion of a woman that is carrying an unborn child. Now, we see that was a life for a life. So today I'm going to tell you the last means by which you can receive the mark of the beast in this era, in this dispensation. In the book of Leviticus chapter 20 verse 15 and 16, it says there, if a man will lie with a beast if a man or woman lies sexually with a beast, then you must kill that beast, and you ought to kill that man and that woman, and their blood shall be on their own hands. Apart from what the scripture says, if a man or a woman have sexual intercourse with a beast, it cannot be a voluntary situation where both parties made a conscious decision to do such, because a beast don't have the mental faculty to understand advances that is being made upon it. A beast get into sexual intercourse in seasons, and this is not due to a desire to have sex, but it is due to their instinct, a desire to ensure that their species continues. That is why most beasts have breeding season, and in those periods of the year, they are sexually active, and their whole objective is to replicate themselves to ensure that the species continue. If there is no mutual consent in sexual intercourse, then it is rape. Therefore, if you are going to have sex with an animal and you did not get consent from that animal, you are actually raping the animal. Most of these sexual perverts, in their effort to justify their nasty practice in lying sexually with beasts, have been moving their governments to try to get it to be legal so that they can marry their pets. But what they fail to realize is that in marriage, there must be mutual consent, because a marriage is a contract between two consenting individuals. How can you convince anyone that an animal that have a lower mental faculty, a lower cognitive ability, can grant consent or is giving you permission to have sex with it? It also said that America will cause all, great and small, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hands and on their foreheads. Now, receiving the mark in your right hands or in your forehead is very significant, and we must lend some clarification to what this means. If you receive the mark in your right hand, what does it mean? It means that you know that doing either one of these things, homosexuality, bestiality, but because you are more interested in benefiting from being a part of the society, you are willing to do that which was wrong, even though you were convinced that it is wrong and there will be high repercussion for your actions. You are willing to do it anyway. So now you find yourself, out of convenience, getting involved in homosexuality, getting involved in bestiality, and encouraging your significant other to have an abortion. You do it because you want to be a part of the society. You want to be all inclusive. You want to be able to buy and to sell, to feed yourself and your family. You volunteer to lose or to sell your soul to the Caucasians, to become a reprobate. And now you become the slave of the Caucasians. Have to do what they tell you to do, when they tell you to do it, how they tell you to do it. And there is no real benefit to be derived from being their slaves. What is sad is that you are doomed to be their slave forever. If you live for 1,000 years, you will remain the Caucasian slave for 1,000 years. If they feel to have homosexual intercourse with you, there is nothing that you can do. You have to comply with their wishes, with their desires. You have to bend over like a little bitch and take one up your ass, because you made a decision that did not benefit you, that did not benefit your salvation. And now you can't help yourself, you can't help your family, you can't help your community. You are a waste in the society. Receiving the mark of the beast in your foreheads means that you are convinced that there was nothing wrong with doing the things that was caused to become a reprobate. What is interesting is that you see these people every day. They knew homosexuality was wrong. They knew bestiality was wrong. They knew abortion was wrong. But they get involved in them because they wanted to be a part of the society. They wanted to appear as normal. Some people just wanted to have a car, a nice house, and all of these vanities. And when they get it and realize that they have traded their soul for something that has no real significant value, they drive around in their cars with grumpy faces. They walk with their nice Nike shoes with grumpy faces, afraid of what the future holds for them. The things they wanted most, they realize has no value whatsoever. My name is Chief Strongblood. I'm St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I'm the diaspora machismo. Remember to like this video, share this video, leave a comment on this video and let me know what are your thoughts about what we discuss here. There are many more videos like this right here. Go down, peruse those videos and let me know what are your thoughts about those videos. Remember to like or subscribe based on which social media platform you're viewing this video from. And I will talk to you on Wednesday.